Welcome to Rising with Soccer.
Hello everyone. Coming to the last quarterfinal game in Euro 2020, that is Ukraine versus England. The game will be played at Stadio Olimpico in Rome, so it's a neutral venue. Let's look into formations and lineup for both teams. Ukraine played in 3-5-2 formation in last game, but if they play against with the 3-5-2 formation, England might get better of them because in the last game, Germany used 3-4-3 and England kind of punished them with a 2-0 scoreline at Wembley. So if at all I'm knowing how England will play, they should go with the 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 because that will give them more defensive cover. So and it's a game when you need to be pragmatic because it's a very high stake game. So I guess they will be going with the 4-3-3 formation, and they have played previously the first few group matches in a 4-3-3 formation, so they can still go with the 4-3-3. So let's look into lineup. That Ukraine is in orange and England is in blue. Bushan will be starting in goal with centre backs as Zabrani and Krisov. Then Karavev as right back, and in left back position they will be having Matvienko. Then on central defending midfield partners, I will be going with Zinchenko and Sidorchuk. Zinchenko and Sidorchuk has started all the games for the Ukraine team, and they are doing very well. Zinchenko got himself a goal in last game. He provided an assist also, so he will be on top of his game, beaming with confidence, and would like to show his talent and skill more against England to impress the English fans because he plays for Man City at a left back position. So it's a good game for him. Malinowski, the Atlanta man, as a centre attacking midfielder. Then on wingers, they will be having Shaparenko and Yarmolenko. Yarmolenko is the captain of Ukrainian team and he is a really deadly guy. Plays for West Ham. Uh, Good player. He got a good goal against Netherlands in group stages, and I'm hoping he will be able to score many more in this game also. And coming to the striker role, they will be going with Yaremchuk. Yaremchuk is a Roman Yaremchuk, a very good player. High expectations from him versus England because if at all they have to go into next rounds, one of the Yarmolenko and Yaremchuk has to uh, score and take Ukraine to a certain good level. And let's look into England lineup and formation. England played last formation as a 3-4-3, and they were very successful against Germany, scored 2 goals, considered nil. So, and but that is not their natural formation. They like to go with the 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3 or 4-4-2. So they are that kind of team who likes to have more midfielders and different more midfielders. So I will be going with the 4-2-3-1 because that is their natural formation which they used. So with Pickford in goal, then Maguire and Stones its centre back partners. Then on right back I will be going with Kyle Walker, the experienced pacey player, good player. On left back I will be going with the Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw has provided good assist in last game for Sterling's goal. He was phenomenal. Harry Maguire got the man of the match in that game, but I guess Luke Shaw was second to none. He should have got man of the match, but absolutely brilliant player. Then coming to the central defending midfielders, I guess Phillips and Rice can start the game. If at all one of them want rest, they can go with Jordan Henderson. So all three players are very good. So any of the two can start, and I'm completely believing in them. They are good players. Coming to the wingers, coming to the cam role, I will be going with Phil Foden. Foden has been rested in the last game against Germany, but I and also their last group stage game. Similarly, Mason Mount was not able to play last group game and the game against Germany because of the COVID restrictions and everything. But now both are available. So Mason Mount or Phil Foden, anybody can start. But I guess Phil Foden has good training camp with the team, so he should start. I guess on wing role, I will be going with the Sterling on right side. On left side, the Grealish must start. Grealish has been coming on as a substitute and helping the England team in last game against Germany. He came on around 67-70 minutes and he helped create the chances and he changed the complete game and England scored 2 goals in the second half. And I think he should start. He should start because it's time. He deserves that start. And coming to the striker role, we have Harry Kane. Harry Kane got himself a goal in this tournament, the first goal against Germany, and in this Euro 2020 also. So a lot of expectations from Harry Kane. He was expected to be the Golden Boot winner in this tournament, but still he has got only one goal. Sterling with the 3 goals. So let's see how it goes in this game. Looking at the key battles here, we will be going with a Hurricane against a Zabraini and Krisov. Zabraini is a teenager, so he is not having that much experience, but he has a lot of energy and pace and physicality in his game. Whereas Krisov is having experience and he is also good energy wise. He is also good. So both of the players are energetic. One is having experience, one is teenager. So it's a good combination to have in the center back partners. But Harry Kane is a world class kind of a player. He can score whenever he want. To be honest, if at all service gets or balls get perfectly according to him in the particular places. So I guess in this area, Harry Kane is kind of having upper hand against center backs. Then coming to the left wing, Grealish or Sterling. I will go with Grealish here. If Grealish comes on, Grealish is kind of a creator. He likes to cut inside. He can also move inside to be working as a midfielder, and he can create a space for Luke Shaw to enter into these spaces because Luke Shaw likes to attack. He can create crosses. He can provide the low crosses, high crosses, and he can also cut in and take a shots. So I guess most of the time, if at all Grealish starts on the left wing, he will be meditating inside the means he will be coming into the midfield roles and Luke Shaw will be coming to overlap or help him on the left side. So I guess Sidorchuk might need to take care of uh, Grealish, and Sidorchuk is also a good player, physicality wise and everything. And Grealish is phenomenal player. So in this area also kind of, if we see player wise and quality wise and energy levels wise, because last game Ukraine played for 120 minutes and they won by scoring the goal in the 120th minute against Sweden. And I have seen that game. In that game, Ukraine guys were after 70 minutes of both Ukraine and Sweden team players were completely drained out of energy. Many of the players got injured and they need to be substituted. So energy wise, Ukraine is lacking against England, and that is a really worry point for Ukraine. And looking at that, I guess here, if you see Sidorchuk versus Grealish versus Karaveev versus Shaw, it's a good battle, and I guess England is kind of having upper hand here also. And if we go, because what I'm saying is Luke Shaw will be pushing hard because Walker is kind of a good defender. Obviously, he's having good attacking abilities also. But what England needs is some kind of defender who can be able to defend when they're when Luke Shaw will be attacking. And we have seen he has taken the responsibility really well to defend against this kind of team. So it will be a great. And then coming to the Phil Foden or Mason Mount role, who will be just behind the Hurricane. I guess Zinchenko needs to cover that player because Zinchenko has played with against these kind of players. He has played with English players against English players in English Premier League, so he knows how Phil Foden thinks, how Mason Mount thinks, and how to mark these kind of players. And he is having experience in EPL, so I guess he should take the responsibility to man mark whoever will be playing behind Hurricane because that's the place where Hurricane might get good 1-2 link up plays and he can score a goal. So Zinchenko, I'm saying Zinchenko can be instrumental in covering this player, and Zinchenko has the ability to uh, cover Mason Mount or Phil Foden, and it is a kind of a neutral battle in this area of the pitch. Then looking at the Raheem Sterling against, we will be having Matvienko. Both are good players, but Raheem Sterling has scored 3 goals. He will be beaming with confidence. And in when he was playing in EPL for Man City, he was not that great of a player for instrumental this season. But for Euro England, he's been a phenomenal player. And if at all he plays on left wing or right wing, he is a very uh, uh, great player. So we will be obviously seeing will Sterling will be having a upper hand in this area also. And then coming to the strikers of Ukrainian team, we will be having Yaremchuk versus mostly Harry Maguire, and on right wing we will be having Yarmolenko versus Stones, and sometimes Luke Shaw can also cover back to help Stones. If we see both of these attacking players, I have seen Yarmolenko playing in EPL and he was not that successful, and so GZ Lingard is playing for in his place, and he got injured also many times. But he has a lot of quality, so we cannot completely deny that he is not he will be uh, not a better player than Stones in this key tactical battle. But I'm seeing that it's a kind of a neutral battle where a marginal error from Stone can get Yarmolenko on score sheet. Similar to here, Yanamchuk is not that great of a quality player, but Maguire has shown the world that he is a really good leader as a centre back leader, and as a defender, he is phenomenal. So here in this area, I can see obviously Maguire is having upper hand in this game. And looking at the left winger for them, that is Shaparenko. Shaparenko is having good tournament, but against Kyle Walker, many of the great players are not able to really establish themselves. So I'm seeing a lot of hard time for Shaparenko to go against Kyle Walker. And then coming to the only midfielder, that is Malinowski. Malinowski will be up against Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips. One of them might, Calvin Phillips likes to attack also, so he might also get into good positions. And Grealish, whenever Grealish will be trying to push here against the second centre back, that time Calvin Phillips might help in against Sidorchuk, and we will be seeing one-on-one versus Declan Rice versus Malinowski. Declan Rice has been really great in last game. He got a yellow card in the first half, but he kept his posture, he kept his mentality strong, and he played really well. Put some good intercepts, put some good recoveries for England in the middle of the pitch. And absolutely fantastic player. Calvin Phillips made 11 recoveries for England, and that was really great game for both of these CDM players. So I can see, to be honest, most of the positions we can see England is having the upper hand against Ukraine. And if at all I was Ukrainian manager, I would be saying like I would keep low block conditions for my team. I will be saying let's preserve energy for 120 minutes and let's see what happens in penalties. But defending for 120 minutes, that too against a good attacking side of England, it's really very difficult. And I have seen Ukraine is not having that much pace, so their counter attacking style or direct long balls is also not working for them. So it will be a really hard encounter for Ukraine to win. But in football, anything can happen. Anyone can become a national hero when the day arrives. And in football, we can say never. So anything can happen. But I can see England is really having a kind of upper hand, and they can easily get a good win here. In Rome, players to watch will be Harry Kane from England and Roman Yaremchuk from Ukraine. Yaremchuk, as his name is Roman, I hope he will score in Rome. Let's see if he is able to kind of create some problems for England. But I'm seeing England winning this game with 3-1 scoreline, otherwise on penalties. But surely England will be winning this game. Let's look into last games which both teams played. Sweden versus Ukraine. You can see as I told, both teams' energy was lost after 70th minute, and after that also they played 50 minutes. Many of the players got injured, and they needed to be substituted. In that game also, you can see Ukraine taken 15 shots, 4 on target, very bad shot accuracy. Position wise, they were having a lot of position because in 99th minute, Marcus Danielson got red card, and after that 21 minutes, Ukraine played with one more player, and that has given them this position. Passing accuracy was good. They got less corners. That means they were not that much attacking. They tried to provide counter attacks, but you can see 3 offsides. They were not able to. They're it's a direct ball or counter attack is not their style of play. Actually, they like to do passing sequences and then go ahead. So that's why that is a problem there for them. And if you see England versus Germany, 80% shot accuracy, 5 shots, 4 on target, and absolutely brilliant. They didn't had a lot of position. Passing accuracy was equal for both teams. We can see 11 technical fouls by England and 3 corners. Both teams got 2 offsides for both teams. Yellow cards. It was kind of a similar game, but you can see scoreline: 2 goals for England, 1-0 for Germany. If at all Thomas Muller have scored that goal one-on-one against Pickford, we might have seen different result. But to be honest, you can see both teams are kind of similar, and Germany had higher number of shots, just 1 shot less on target. And if at all Thomas Muller would have taken that shot on target, at least it would have 4 also. So as I said, football is a game of margin. Anything can happen, and never say never in football. And if you see tournament stats for both teams, you can see here uh, high turnovers for England. England like to press high. Ukraine also 25, which is not less. Shots ending at halftime. Both teams have two pressing sequence. You can see Ukraine. So Ukraine likes to press high. They have good energetic players in Sidorchuk, Zinchenko, Malinowski, then Karvaev. Then looking at the build-ups, we can see England is having 11, Ukraine is having 10. Build-up goals, England has scored 2 build-up goals, whereas Ukraine has scored 1. Direct attacks, we can see Ukraine has done 7, but 0 direct goals. So that's a problem area. They could have scored at least 1. So they would have got that kind of confidence where they can, yes, we can win England against England, because it is going to be a very tough battle for them. England is kind of very less. They are capable of doing direct attacks, but they are trying to do that programmatic approach where they will be holding the ball for a lot of time and would like to take a shot when there is a really good chance to score. That's why you can see passing sequences 72 plus. That means they are making more than 10 plus passes before taking a shot, and that is really high. So you can see they are kind of a pragmatic approach with a passing position, and whenever they will get the right opportunity, that time only they will take a shot so that they will be scoring goal. That's what England is going to do. So looking at this game, a really hard game for Ukraine. If at all Ukraine is going to is able to beat England, it will really rock the world, because nobody's hoping them to win. But it will be a cracker of the game, and hoping England will be winning this game with a 3-1 scoreline or on penalties. And thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned.